Welcome to our life. This is all going to be about confidence. And could it be possible that your own self confidence is holding you back from achieving the things you want to achieve, you need to achieve, you must achieve, you should achieve? Now, lately, I have been running a lot into, you see, a lot of my clients are business owners or they are transitioning from being an employee to becoming a business owner or just starting out a business. And a lot of them know that they would absolutely benefit from being more present on social media, whether it's doing a live, whether it's posting videos, but ultimately it's about that real human engagement, right? And they know that if they only were to be more present, if they were to put themselves out there more, they would be a lot more successful. They would have a lot more followers. They'd have a lot more leads. They'd have a lot more clients. They'd have a lot more income. And most importantly, they would have a much bigger impact. Because I think we all want to leave the world better than when we found it. I don't know. Is that cliche? Do you think that's a real thing? I think that's a real thing. Once I discovered my real purpose, my vision, my mission, just something for me changed, and I experienced a lot more excitement for life and a lot more joy and a lot more motivation, right? And I think we all have that in some sense or shape and form, but very often, and this is something I learned with a lot of my clients, including myself when I first started out, but obviously being in this profession gives me an advantage because I know how to break through my blocks and fears and limitations and all those things very easily because I've got tons of magic wands for that, right? Which I'm happy to share with you, which today, by the way, I am going to share with you one of those on, to uncover whether it is your own self-confidence that is holding you back from shining your light, so to speak. And again, the intention of our life together is really to help you understand, is it possible that maybe you have been playing small or hiding in your comfort zone, or maybe you're afraid to say what you want to say, or do the things you want to do because it might, maybe you feel fear, maybe you feel self-conscious, maybe you feel like you're not ready yet, or you're not expert enough yet. And this is something I hear very often from professionals, even in my own field. They know they're qualified, they know they have the right credentials, they know they have the right certification, they know they have enough education, but somehow they think they need to practice longer, they need to do it for free longer, they need to have more years of experience. But the truth is, they know that is just an excuse because, and again, I'm kind of speaking for people I've worked with, deep down they know they're more qualified than their leads, than their prospects and their clients, right? Obviously, otherwise they wouldn't, people wouldn't be coming to them for help. So the truth is they already know enough to do what they need to be doing, help these people, right? But sometimes that block is putting themselves out there, right? In other words, opening the doors and saying, my business is open. And the great advantage about social media is never closed. I mean, think about just even 30 years ago to now, the huge advantage. Like here I am on YouTube Live, just click the button and I'm like, oh my God, today I'm open for business. The truth is I'm always open for business, but this is such an advantage, such a privilege. It's such a gift. And if we can overcome these blocks and these fears, everybody can take advantage of it. And that's how we can all serve each other better, right? So why don't we today, I want to share with you how you can overcome this limitation, this block, this fear, because the truth is, if we don't, everybody's missing out. Everybody, you're missing out on joy, because for me, when I get to work with my clients, oh my God, I am so joyful. It makes me so happy. It's so fulfilling. right? And helping people get results, like, oh my God, right? On the other side of that, if you're a real estate agent, if you're in insurance, if you're a doctor, if you're a psychiatrist, which, many of my clients are in the self-development space, um, we're life changers, right? And if you ask me, and I've learned to reframe this, it is our duty. We must put ourselves out there, right? If you are, imagine if you are the most specialized brain surgeon in the world, and maybe there are only 10 people, 10 doctors, surgeons in the world that do what you do, right? But imagine that there is 100,000 people that could potentially use your help, because maybe if they don't receive your intervention, your surgery, who knows what the consequences are, fatal possibly, right? And imagine if you were to hold back and you're like, no, I'm too shy. I can't go tell these people that I'm this amazing surgeon. I can't tell these people that I studied for 165 years. How long does it take to become a surgeon? Exactly, a long time. Right? And you're gonna stay in your comfort zone. You're like, oh no, I can't. I'm not ready yet. I'm too shy. I have too much fear. What are people gonna think of me? What if people reject me? What if people judge me and blame me? They're gonna do that anyway. But imagine, because you put yourself out there, all of a sudden you have 3 people who raise their hand and say, oh my God, thank you so much. You're exactly what I need. Oh my God, I've been looking for somebody like you for such a long time. Different conversation, right? Different feelings. So, number one, most chances are that you might be afraid, or you might not be doing the things you should be doing in your business because of fear. I'm just mind reading here. I might be wrong, but chances are deep down inside there's a sense of fear, right? Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of rejection, fear of humiliation, fear of getting stuck, fear of losing people, fear of being blamed. Did I hit on a nerve yet? No? Okay, let's keep going. Right? Self-doubt, self-conscious. And yes, I get that. Our society can be cruel. There are plenty of people who criticize other people, plenty of people who judge other people, plenty of people who have nothing better to do than tear everybody down and apart on social media. That's just people doing people. So those people are always going to be present. So what? When you learn to stay in your lane, when you learn to stay so committed to your mission, to your vision, to your purpose, that nothing else matters, and the only people you are focusing on, who is in my network, who is in my support system, who truly loves me, who loves me unconditionally, who wants me to do well, if that's all you're focusing on and you learn how to do that, stay in your lane and be committed to, this is what I do, this is what I can help people with, this is why I'm the expert, this is why I'm amazing at it, and focus all of your attention on that, nothing can bother you. Nothing. You become bulletproof. You become rejection proof. Because your focus is so intense, your attention, you have decided, I'm going to put my energy to this. And the people that judge you, blame you, shame you, you don't even see them. Because you know that their only mission, and what have they done lately? Anyway, that is so grandiose, that is so amazing. Exactly, nothing. So number one, right? When you can stay dedicated to your mission and incessantly striving to become better and even better and even better, and knowing the impact that you can cause because of that, how does that make you feel? What happened to the fear now? Fear can't have a hold on that. So anyhow, number one, right? Ask yourself, what is it that is holding you back? What is it that is causing you to maybe feel self-conscious, to maybe, not put yourself out there the way you want to need to. What is it that is causing you to not do the actions that you know you should be doing? And especially if this is in your business, right? And if it is fear, what kind of fear? What specifically does this fear want to tell you? And sometimes that fear is, it's not perfect enough yet. It's not perfect yet. I can appreciate that. But sorry, I'm getting texts. Lost my train of thought. So get in touch with what that fear is specifically for you. And if it is perfectionism, could it be that perhaps you're striving for a certain standard instead of perfectionism? And there's nothing wrong with that. But whether it's perfectionism or standard, the only way you will be able to achieve that, the only way you will be satisfied with your level of standard, with your level of this is good enough, yet where you get to make a check mark, the only way you can get to that is by practicing and doing the reps, getting out of your comfort zone. Even if on day one, like me, by the way, you want to go back 3 years, 5 years on my Facebook lives, my YouTube lives, I was awful. I mean, now I don't mean to be self-critical or self-judgmental, but that's just the reality of it. When you practice something, you get better and better and better. And if you today can give yourself permission to say, you know what, I want to be better. I'm going to give myself permission to practice, even if that is on real people, especially if it's on real people. And the thing is, you get to be playful with that. You get to say to your audience, hey guys, this is my first Facebook Live ever. This is my first YouTube Live ever. I have an important message for you. Can you please just bend with me? Can you please just be patient with me? Here's what I want to say. And humans, they will, humans love vulnerability. We all love it when we can communicate with somebody who's a real person. And it's so much more relatable, it's so much more human, it's so much kinder. That interaction is so much more comfortable. And even if you trip over your words, well, laugh with your audience. Say, oh, I just lost my train of thought. Hold on, guys, let me just go meditate for 5 minutes. I'll be right back. I need to find my words again, or let me go get my script. There's a way we can play off our insecurities while also practicing, while also staying committed to our mission and showing up as a human being. And here's the trend that I've noticed. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this. I think gone are the days of, perfectly polished, retouched, super, everything is like right on and nothing has a blemish on it. I think those days are gone. I think everybody today is looking for a more real interaction, more humanity, more, bring the blemishes, bring the imperfect, bring the unpolished. I think everybody is kind of tired of the filter look because everybody knows it isn't real anyway. It's unattainable. And I think it's much more useful if we all were to find within ourselves, what is that secret sauce? What is that thing that makes you special? What is that thing that makes you completely different from anybody else? And chances are it is your personality. Now, maybe it is your looks. Maybe it's how you express yourself. Maybe it's how you carry yourself. Maybe it's your eye color. Whatever that is, bring that. Right? And appreciate that about yourself. Anyhow, but I promised you a technique. So anyhow, so could it be fear? Right? Get clear and please post below, what do you think your flavor of fear might be that has caused you to play small and stay in the comfort zone and be shy and I can't talk to people and it's too difficult, and we've all been there, right? So get clear on what that is, right? And then the next step, also ask yourself, okay, what is my mission? What is my purpose? What is my vision? And what about that would motivate me enough to want to overcome this fear, right? What what could excite me so much more about that mission, about that vision, where I could actually agree to let go of this fear? Because here's the thing about whether it's fear, feeling self conscious, feeling not enough, limiting beliefs are often part of it. The truth about that is it's not even yours. This is something that became a deeply ingrained pattern a very long time ago. You know, maybe you learned a long time ago that somebody judged you, somebody criticized you, maybe the bully said something to you, and maybe to this day, it is sort of triggering you. And so, therefore, first of all, it's really old, it's really outdated, and it's probably it doesn't even come from you. It's somebody else's message, somebody else's words, somebody else's intentions. And when you get clarity on that, you can just let it go because times have changed, you have changed, your mission has changed, you know, your responsibility has changed. So therefore, you have every right to let go of all the crap, all those limitations, all the things that no longer serve you, and be the person who you are meant to be. And so one of the ways you can easily do that. So imagine, I want you to picture right now there is something that you want to be doing, you need to be doing, you should be doing that maybe in the past has caused you fear. Maybe you were insecure, maybe you were holding back, maybe you just never even did it because there was no way you could bring yourself to do that. Here is something you can do in the moment so that in the moment you can put up that roadblock to the old limitation, redivert that fear and say, not this way, confidence that way, so that when it's time for go time, show time, you can turn yourself on, literally turn your nervous system, turn your emotions on to be like, I'm doing this, I'm ready, I'm doing it now. Where you can have that sense of resolute, like, boom, I have landed, I'm doing this now. If you want to install that inside of you, here's how you can do that. And by the way, there's so many different ways, but I want to show you one way today that you can do that. So notice again about this thing, how are you feeling now? Maybe you're feeling like, oh, I can't, I'm afraid, I'm shy, it's not perfect yet. Notice what you're noticing. And maybe write down the emotions that you're feeling, because I want you to have something that you can see the before and the after. So just write everything down. And when you have that, now I want you to go back in time, think about a time in your life where, as you think about it, context is irrelevant, by the way. Remember, I'm not the context police. You can blow your mind with this. It doesn't have to be G-rated. It can be anything. I don't care. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell anybody. It's an inside job. So good? Cool. Think about a time in your life where, as you think about it, you were happy. You felt so good about yourself. You felt confident. You felt a sense of pride. You felt joy. You felt like, oh my God, if I could freeze this moment in time, oh my God. Go back to a moment in time like that. Age irrelevant, context irrelevant. I don't care who did what to whom. Go back to that moment and be there now. Be there now. Notice what you notice. See what you see. Are you inside? Are you outside? Are you with someone? Are you alone? Is it daytime? Is it nighttime? What's the season? What are you wearing? Where are you at? What are you seeing? Just become aware as you're back in that moment now. Now hear what you're hearing. What are the sounds that are associated to that experience? Maybe you were alone. Maybe there was just some self-talk where you're like, oh my God, I feel so elated. I feel so happy. I feel so much relief. What is it that you're hearing in that moment? Maybe there was applause. Maybe there was music playing. Maybe there was the ocean in the background. Maybe there was clanking of dishes. I don't know, but hear what it is. Be there now. Hear what you're hearing. Become clear. That's right. Now feel what you're feeling. Feel how you felt when you were there. What are you feeling? Notice those feelings in your body. Maybe it's a sense of pride, confidence, joy, happiness, excitement, exhilaration, fascination. I don't know what it was. Feel that now. as if you could infuse your body with those feelings again. That's right. And shower yourself with more and more. Flood your body with more and more of those emotions. Expand those emotions. Make them bigger, make them richer, make them more colorful, make them bolder, make them prouder, make them even fuller, so that the entire room, the area you're in right now, let that feeling consume the space you're in right now. That's right. Good. Now, when you have that, think about that thing that you know you need to be doing, should be doing, have to be doing. How are you feeling now in that regard? So chances are, if you did this right, and obviously I'm not there to speak with you or interact with you, and leave me some comments if you're with me, but chances are you are feeling more courageous, more confident, more easier about that whole thing, and more ready. Like you're now being pulled to do it instead of pressurized. Nobody likes to be pressurized. Nobody likes to be pressured. But notice that maybe by now you're feeling a little bit more pull toward that thing that in the past used to cause you a little bit of hesitation, trepidation. I'll do it tomorrow. And by the way, tomorrow is not a date on the calendar, just FYI. And notice how good you feel. And so, if you have gotten something out of it, I want to give you the step-by-step breakdown so that you can apply this for many, many years to come, which, by the way, you won't need to apply for many years, maybe just a couple more instances until, here's what magically happens, your neurology, after a couple of these reps, is automatically going to reprogram itself. And automatically, you will start, and naturally, you'll start to feel more and more relaxed and calm and confident and excited and like, what's the big deal? I can do this. So what? Okay? It will just happen organically. So here's the breakdown. Think about that thing that's difficult to do, right? And then immediately, maybe snap your fingers or clap your hands or shake yourself out and ask yourself, how would I like to feel instead? Let's say confident. Now think about a time in your past, right? So that's step number one. Go back to a time in the past where you felt confident. Number two, see what you saw. Number three, hear what you heard. Number four, feel what you felt. And number five, allow yourself to consume with the vision, with the feeling, with the sounds more and more and more and more and more, so that this feeling becomes so big and almost overwhelming, but all consuming. And then think about that challenging, used to be challenging situation, and notice what happens. So, easy process, easy to do. It's one powerful self-hypnosis technique that you can practice. Now, here's what I love about this. You can do this anytime, any place, and nobody knows what you're doing. Because whether your eyes are open or closed, you can just think about this in your imagination. And nobody knows what you're really doing, because it all comes down to the thoughts that you're thinking, to the feelings that you're eliciting, and to the emotional state you're putting yourself into. You can do this before a job interview. You can do this before asking for a lot of money. You can do this before going on a date. You can do this before going live. You can do this before calling that very important person, you know, those authority figures that everybody shies away from, or hopefully not anymore. You can do this literally when there's a lot at stake and you're about to have one of those very important conversations, and where in the past might have caused you to just shake in your booties, where now you've shown up like Superman and Rocky, or whoever your avatar is, as far as those super people, you know what I mean, superhumans. And yeah, enjoy this. My clients absolutely love this exercise because it is one of those very easy to do, and yet it causes quite a dramatic shift in your personality, in your reality, and in how you feel about yourself and the world. All right? So if this was useful, leave me a comment. Let me know where you would like to apply this or where you have applied this. And if you like more content like this, like and follow for more. And of course, if you want more help, you know where to reach me. You can just message me below, or I always leave a link in my in my description box where you can actually schedule a call with me. So feel free to do that, and I will see you soon. Take care.